So, with the first round ended in the World Matchplay darts, we now move on to the second round. The second round preview for the PT World Matchplay, with this dame, Durham Price versus Ross Smith, being a standout dame, in my opinion, in terms of the second round. So, starting off then with Duke Humphries, this is of course into our bracket order. Duke Humphries and Stephen Bunton. Stephen Bunton, who knocked out Duke Humphries in the second, I think it was the second round of the Masters. I think it was that tournament when Stephen Bunton went on to win that tournament. Duke Humphries, what a performance since Ricardo Petresco, putting in a statement performance in against Petresco. Stephen Bunton had a bit of hard work, didn't he? Winning the tiebreaker against Ryan Joyce. But for me, when Duke Humphries is on it, no one's stopping him, I'm afraid. Even if Stephen Bunton plays at his best. Bunton can beat Humphries, definitely. He can beat Humphries, but not when Duke Humphries performed like he did against Petresco. But as you can see there, they are my predictions on the, obviously what done for all the dames, what I'll explain why I've done for them predictions. But I've done for 11-5 win for Duke Humphries over Stephen Bunton. Up next then, Johnny Curtin against Dimitri Vandenberg. For me, I've done for Dimitri Vandenberg to win against Johnny Curtin 11-8. Johnny Curtin played really well, didn't he? He played like the Johnny Curtin we know against Graham van Barneveld in his 10-7 win against Graham van Barneveld. For me, I just think Barney just needs to join the senior tour now, in my opinion, because I just think Barney's not done enough to compete with these players, in my opinion. Dimitri Vandenberg, of course, hit a 9-darter in his first round game against Martin Schindler, but a good performance, a really good performance from Dimitri Vandenberg against Martin Schindler. Did the job on Martin Schindler to win 10 sets. Dimitri Vandenberg doesn't have his fans at all. A lot of people are disliking Dimitri Vandenberg, including myself. But in terms of what he does on the dartboard, he's a quality player, Dimitri Vandenberg. So I've done for Dimitri Vandenberg to win 11-8. And Dimitri Vandenberg, a former champion here, of course. And he just loves it here, in my opinion. So up next, the number 4 seed, Durham Price, and number 13 seed, Ross Smith. Durham Price defeating Dow Durney 10-4 10-4 on the opening night of the World Matchplay, putting in, again, another marker down, Durham Price, defeating a strapper and a battler like Dow Durney like that, 10-4. Impressive performance from Durham Price. He takes on Ross Smith, who had a high quality game, didn't he, with shot swap. High quality game shot swap. And then Ross Smith did a job in shot swap, didn't he? Did a job in shot swap, which puts my tournament predictions in the bin, doesn't it? I went for Brendan Doran as a pretty a surprise package, and he's got knocked out by Joe Cullen. And I went for Buddy Josh Watt to be a fucking outside in Dark Horse, and he's got knocked out. Oh my god. But he's my winner for my tournament prediction still on, Duke Humphries. But Ross Smith, I fancy Ross Smith than Durham Price, I really do. I fancy Ross Smith than Durham Price. Ross Smith, he stood the dame for me to beat these top players. For me, Ross Smith, I think him and Price are at the same level in terms of average as well. So it's done me really good dame. I think it's done me the dame the second round for me. Price and Ross Smith. The ball built to divot as well. On stage as well. But I fancy Ross Smith against Durham Price. I'm under for Ross Smith to win 11-8 against Durham Price, which will be a little bit of a shock, but might not be a shock to some people, because Ross Smith playing really well. So is Durham Price, by the way. Price is playing really well, But Ross Smith, he is on it. He was on it against Josh Watt. So I'm going for 11-8 win for Ross Smith. Up next then, Nathan Aspinall against James Wade. Nathan Aspinall, of course, he only just got past Newport House 10-8, didn't he? In his first game of his title defence. Nathan Aspinall has got an injury as well. He has got an injury, so he may not go far, Nathan Aspinall, in this tournament, unfortunately, for the defending champion. James Wade, a typical James Wade performance against Danny Noppert. He should have probably put Danny Noppert to bed earlier, James Wade, but it was a typical James Wade performance where he just averages 95 and his finishing was on point. So yeah, it's a James Wade we know, the typical James Wade performance we know. And unfortunately, just because of Aspinall's injury, he won't go far in the tournament, Aspinall. I am going to go for James Wade to win 11-7 against Aspinall. It's like James Wade being the last qualifier, but the Matchplay has given him some momentum, hasn't it? Given him some momentum. So I'm going to go for 11-7 win for the 2007 champion, James Wade. Up next then, Mike Van Duren and Stuart Cullen. For me, I think Mike Van Duren would do the job on Stuart Cullen. Mike Van Duren put in a job done performance, done a job on Upieta. Mike Van Duren, Upieta didn't play that badly, did he? But Mike Van Duren was just hitting everything. He was just hitting everything. Van Duren was on it. And he teaches the apprentice Upieta a lesson, and he showed Upieta who is still the master in terms of the Queen machine, Mike Van Duren. Joe Cullen played well against Brendan Doran. Mike Van Duren doesn't have to worry now about playing Brendan Doran because it seems to be Van Duren's nemesis, but I'm going to go for Mike Van Duren to do a job really on Joe Cullen. 11-5, and Van Duren should go on the 1 now in the World Matchplay. Up next, Christopher Tsatsi against Andrew Dildon. Andrew Dildon tossed knocking out Peter White. Christopher Tsatsi hammering Dave Chisnell. Did a hammering job on Dave Chisnell. Christopher Tsatsi. Brilliant performance from Christopher Tsatsi. It'll be a tight game. It will do what it says on the tin. Christopher Tsatsi against Andrew Dildon. Be a tight game, but I'm going to go for an 11-9 win for Christopher Tsatsi against Andrew Dildon. I just think Andrew Dildon's knocked out a big player. You know how it is when you knock out a big player, you get knocked out in the next round and you don't perform the same. So I'm putting it down to that. Up next, Michael Smith against Chris Dobey. I've done for Chris Dobey to win a tiebreaker against Michael Smith. Chris Dobey's beaten Michael Smith before at the World Darts Championship in a relatively long format. Chris Dobey only just got past Richie Edhouse. Richie Edhouse playing the darts of his life. Michael Smith did doing a job on Darby Anderson. But I just think Michael Smith, after using all of his top quality game against Darby Anderson, there may be a slight drop off against Chris Dobey, which will get Chris Dobey in. So I'm going to go for Chris Dobey to knock out Michael Smith 14-12, because Chris Dobey, he can beat these top players, can't he? And finally, Rob Cross against Wayne Searle. Well, I went for Rob Cross to reach the final, so I will go for Rob Cross to beat Wayne Searle. Rob Cross playing a sudden death decider against James Van Veen in a first round classic against James Van Veen. Wayne Searle putting in a great performance, a solid performance against Damon Hetter. But I think Rob Cross, now he's got past that first game, Rob Cross, he's another one that once he gets past the first game, he goes on a 1. So I'm going for Rob Cross to win 11-7 against Wayne Searle. And Rob Cross is the 2019 champion of the World Matchplay, of course. So they are my second round predictions. Feel free to leave your predictions down below in the comments. Take care, stay safe, see you later, and I'll see you all for the quarterfinal predictions.